Imagine this. You're chatting with a friend about that new herbal tea you're loving. Later that day, scrolling through your social media, an ad pops up. It's for the exact same brand of tea you were just discussing. Coincidence? Maybe. Or perhaps it's a glimpse into the unsettling world of tech-enabled eavesdropping. The rise of voice assistants, smart devices, and hyper-personalized advertising has fueled suspicions about our devices listening in on our lives. Join us as we unravel the mysteries behind ad targeting, delve into the ethical dilemmas of data privacy, and equip you with the tools to reclaim control over your digital life. Our smartphones, those ubiquitous slabs of glass and silicon, have become indispensable extensions of ourselves. But what if these trusted companions are secretly listening in, transforming our private moments into profitable data points? These microphones are constantly active when the phone is on, capturing not just our intentional commands but also our background chatter. With the right algorithms, snippets of our conversations could be analyzed for keywords, revealing our interests, desires, and even our vulnerabilities. This information could then be used to tailor ads, manipulate our emotions, and influence our behavior. It's a chilling thought, but one that we must confront head-on if we are to reclaim our digital privacy. Alexa, are you spying on me? The Internet of Things, IoT, promised a future of interconnected convenience. But this vision of a smart home paradise comes with a hidden cost: the erosion of our privacy within the very walls that should protect it. Smart speakers like Amazon's Alexa and Google Home have become ubiquitous, responding to our queries, playing our favorite tunes, and even controlling our appliances. While these devices are designed to activate only when they hear their designated wake words, concerns remain about accidental recordings and unauthorized access to our private conversations. As our homes become increasingly interconnected, the line between convenience and surveillance becomes increasingly blurred. The idea of our devices eavesdropping on us can seem like something out of a dystopian science fiction novel. But is there any concrete evidence to support these claims, or are they just the product of paranoia and overactive imaginations? Tech companies have vehemently denied engaging in eavesdropping practices, arguing that such behavior would be unethical, illegal, and detrimental to their reputation. Without clear evidence or concrete proof, the debate about whether our devices are truly eavesdropping on us is likely to continue. In today's digital landscape, data has become the new oil, a valuable commodity to be extracted, refined, and monetized. Every click, every search, every interaction online generates a trail of data that reveals our preferences, habits, and desires. The rise of social media and the proliferation of free online services have created a Faustian bargain. We exchange our personal information for access to these platforms and the convenience they offer. But the true cost of this exchange is often hidden, obscured by complex terms of service and a general lack of awareness about how our data is being used. Tech companies argue that this data collection is essential for providing us with personalized experiences and relevant content. However, this argument ignores the fundamental power imbalance at play. Tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Amazon are frequently at the center of the eavesdropping debate. Their vast data collection practices, coupled with their sophisticated ad-targeting algorithms, have fueled suspicion and distrust among users who feel their privacy is being violated. These companies, however, vehemently deny engaging in eavesdropping, arguing that such practices would be both unethical and unnecessary. They claim that their ad-targeting systems rely on vast datasets of our online behavior, browsing history, and app usage, rather than listening in on our private conversations. While this explanation may seem plausible on the surface, it fails to address the underlying issue of consent and transparency. Users are often unaware of the extent to which their data is being collected, stored, and analyzed. As concerns about data privacy have grown, so too have calls for greater legal protection. Governments around the world are grappling with the challenge of regulating the tech industry and safeguarding citizens' rights in the digital age. In some jurisdictions, laws have been enacted to give individuals more control over their personal data. The European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR for example, grants individuals the right to access, correct, and delete their personal data held by companies. However, the effectiveness of these laws in curbing data collection practices remains to be seen. Enforcing these regulations is challenging, and many companies have found ways to circumvent the rules or exploit loopholes. The legal landscape surrounding data privacy is constantly evolving. Faced with growing concerns about data privacy, consumers are becoming increasingly vocal in their demands for greater transparency and control over their personal information. This shift in attitude is reflected in the growing popularity of privacy-focused products and services. Virtual private networks, encrypted messaging apps, and privacy-oriented search engines are gaining traction as users seek ways to limit their digital footprint and protect their data from prying eyes. Consumer advocacy groups are also playing an important role, raising awareness about data privacy issues and putting pressure on lawmakers and tech companies to adopt more ethical and transparent practices. The fight for data privacy is ultimately a fight for control over our digital lives. While the fight for comprehensive data privacy legislation continues, there are steps you can take right now to protect your personal information and minimize the amount of data collected about you. Here are some practical tips to enhance your digital privacy. Review app permissions. Be mindful of the permissions you grant to apps on your smartphone. Do they really need access to your microphone, camera, or contact list? Revoke permissions for apps that don't require them. Use a VPN. A virtual private network encrypts your internet traffic, making it more difficult for third parties to track your online activity or intercept your data. Adjust privacy settings. Take the time to review and adjust the privacy settings on your social media accounts, web browsers, and other online services. Limit the amount of information you share publicly and restrict who can access your data. The future of privacy in the digital age remains uncertain. As technology continues to advance at a rapid pace, so too will the sophistication of data collection and analysis techniques. The challenge we face is finding a balance between the benefits of technological innovation and the fundamental right to privacy. On the one hand, data collection is essential for powering many of the services we rely on, from personalized recommendations to fraud detection. On the other hand, the unchecked collection and use of personal data pose a significant threat to individual autonomy and freedom. We need robust legal frameworks that protect individuals' data rights, greater transparency and accountability from tech companies, and a more informed and engaged public. Living in a world of ubiquitous data collection can feel overwhelming and intrusive. It's easy to feel like our every move is being tracked, analyzed, and monetized. However, there are ways to find peace of mind without disconnecting from the digital world entirely. One approach is to focus on what you can control. Be mindful of the information you share online, adjust your privacy settings, and support companies that prioritize data privacy. By taking proactive steps to protect your personal information, you can regain a sense of agency and control over your digital life. Ultimately, finding peace of mind in the digital age requires a shift in perspective.